Hey, this is Murray from Team Taking Massive Action, and you probably recognize this scene. I just drove into my parking lot. It's the morning commute, and I made it through the gridlock of the 1.5-hour commute that I have every morning, which not my favorite subject, right? But I'm taking massive action, and I'm making use of my time productively, and I'm sharing my message with you. So I hope you're still awake, because it is frigging early here. It's about 6 o'clock. So you probably wondered what happened to my dad, right? In part one of the video here, I talked about how my dad was a pilot in Vietnam and how he almost, in one of his later missions, when he was landing, waiting for all the Americans to return back to the helicopter while being shot at in an aggressive firefight. Some Vietnamese guy came up and stood right in front of his helicopter while he was, he's sitting in the cockpit waiting. It's landed, the propeller's going, everything. He's ready to take off, waiting to get everybody on board. And, there's multiple helicopters. It's like a landing zone, they call it. And this guy comes right up, and he's probably 50 feet from my dad with a machine gun standing right in front of him. And he pulls it up as they're getting ready to fire, and one of the Americans nails him. My dad ran out and grabbed the AK-47 and jumped back in the helicopter. So that's where we left off in the last video. So, ready for this exciting climactic finish. I just can't imagine any of this happening to me. My dad tells it so casually, but he doesn't like to tell it, actually. I have to coax it out of him. He doesn't like to tell any of his war stories. So, as he's winding down to his end of year, his year-long assignment in Vietnam, everybody counts down their final days. It's a highly anticipated moment to get the heck out of Dodge and get back home to be safe. And they call it double-digit midget when your days to go reach double digits. And then single-digit midget means you got less than 10 days to go. And they, being in the Army, I know that people used to walk around and yell how many days they had left, and people who had just gotten there would always be jealous, because that's the whole point, is motivating to get the hell out of there. Anyway, the day he was supposed to leave, this is about 3-4 days before his assignment was up. The day he was scheduled to leave, there were no flights, military flights, out of his area to get back to Hawaii, where they'd land, and then from Hawaii they'd come back to the mainland, the continental U.S. And he didn't want to wait around. He did not want to wait around for the next military flight, which would have been beyond his year of assignment. So what he did was he took the AK-47 that he had grabbed from the dead Vietnamese guy that was standing right in front of him, and he sold it on the black market, which technically is illegal, but who gives a shit? We're talking life and death here. He sold it to a legitimate guy on the black market, I guess. I don't really know. Yeah, he didn't sell it to somebody who's going to use it against Americans. At least he didn't think so. So he got the money from the sale of this machine gun, and he purchased a commercial ticket on a commercial airlines to get out of Vietnam. So he was able to leave on time by paying his own way, which is not the way you're supposed to do it. You're not supposed to have to pay. You're in the military. The military is supposed to fly you around, But he didn't want to wait, and he took matters into his own hands. He made a decision. This is the key. He made a decision to take matters into his own hands. And here's the epilogue. The day after he left, which he should have been there technically if he was waiting for his military flight, his base got attacked, and they had something like 80% casualties. His base got overwhelmed by the Vietnamese. And I believe it's true that they ultimately lost that base for the rest of the war. Maybe not. Maybe they might have retaken it over. But in any event, he avoided a major threat, disaster, 80% casualties. he avoided that by making a decision. And I thank God for that, you know. Can you imagine? And he didn't tell us this story for a long time. So the point of the story is that you need to make a decision. Are you going to let things happen to you? Are you going to let life dictate to you what's going to happen to you? Are you going to stay in that same cage that you're in and just sleepwalk through life? Or do you want to make a change? And do you want to make a decision and make a change in your life? And in doing so, make a change in other people's lives. Wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't that be awesome? Do you enjoy doing what you're doing every day? If you do, more power to you. You are in the minority. But even if you do like what you're doing, we certainly welcome you here. What I want you to do is make a decision right now to watch the video that is linked below this video. 20-minute presentation, and you can see get a flavor for how we are changing people's lives. And it's so awesome that I really feel obligated to share it with as many people as possible. Sorry, I got massive allergies. It's springtime, and the pollen's killing me. I'd like you to comment below this video what you thought. Give me your comments. Do you know anybody who was in the Vietnam War or in any war in the Middle East? Some of you younger guys probably have similar stories. I'd really like to hear that. But this is, I was a 10-year-old kid when all this was going on. And I came back, he came back to the U.S., and I had no idea about all this. I was glad to see him, and we went on with our life, and I didn't hear about this till later. Wow. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for being awake. Take life into your own hands. Make a decision. Take responsibility. We'll see you at the top.